Hi, environmental science class, Mrs. Tanga here. So before I introduce to you your project for this week, let me just say Happy New Year. Tabish, belated happy birthday. So I just want to make sure that, well, I hope you guys had a good break and I'm excited to seeing you in class again. So as it was mentioned before, you guys are going to be working on a 1 week project. So for this project, it will I guess in a way, I want you to be able to see art in the environment. Okay. I know that James, you are in my biology class, so you're also doing something with biology and art. So in environmental science, we're going to use something that people don't really use. Okay. So as we enter this new semester, we're going to be talking about land and water management. One of the things that is giving so much problems on land and in water is pollution, obviously. One of the pollutants that we have is plastic. Plastic is everywhere. It's inside of animals because they're feeding on those small tiny microplastics. They're just everywhere. So we've heard of this saying, okay, we need to recycle the plastic and all that. But how much of that plastic is actually reused? Okay, so for this particular project, we're going to be looking at, okay, how is plastic actually reused? Is it actually reused? And how much percent of all the plastic that is being used is actually recycled? All right, so we're going to be looking at that. You're going to be writing a paper. So you're going to be doing two things. You're going to do a paper and you're going to do something that's artful, artistic. All right, so let's talk about the paper first. That way you are able to use what you know about what you wrote on the paper to help you at least appreciate what you're doing for the art form. So as you already know, plastic is a big problem on Earth, okay? So what I want you to do for the paper is to write something that would raise awareness on the effects of plastic to plants, animals, and the environment in general. Okay, so this paper needs to be 2 pages minimum, typewritten, double spaced, 12-point font. Make sure that you check the instruction on Blackboard so you know what's expected of you. But the main reason why I want you to write this paper is I want you to know the effect of plastic to living organisms. Again, this is environmental science, so we're trying to protect the environment for the future generation. So I want you to look at, okay, this is what plastic does to organisms. Make sure you go and cite your information. You can't just say blah, 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 blah. You need to write it in a way that is, how do you say it? It needs to be an kind of like a writing that you would do in English, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But I want to see whether you know the effect of plastic to living organisms and to the environment. And from there, we're going to continue and look into recycling. Okay, so your paper needs to kind of give me an idea. Okay, this is actually how much is recycled. Now, delving from that, we're going to go into the art. Okay, so art is everywhere. Art is in nature. Whenever you look outside, there's so much diversity, there's so much color, sounds that birds make. This is all to some extent art form. Okay, now the question is this: plastics. We know we have issue with plastic, so what can we do with it? You say, okay, let's recycle it. Well then, let's recycle it. So to do this next project, you are going to create something artistic out of plastic. All right. I don't really know what you want to do. You can create a painting out of plastic. You can make a sculpture out of plastic. You can even make, you know, furnitures out of plastic. That's your call. But make sure that it shows an expression of yourself, like artistic side. Okay? Because even with the pollution, we can always find something to create art out of. So I'm sure you've heard of this saying, someone else's trash is someone else's treasure. So right now, let's use the trash we have and use it into something that is beautiful. All right. So what I would do is, okay, so what I did was I thought about this. I'll share it with you. Okay. So I'm going to use some of the trash stuff at home and create something out of it. Okay, so my idea right now is I'm going to create a painting of something in the environment using plastic. Okay, I guess I shouldn't, okay, I guess I shouldn't use painting, but instead of using paint, I'm going to use plastic as the colors. Okay, so this project is due next week on Tuesday since you guys are on B schedule. You have the whole week to work on this. So I would suggest just sit down, kind of brainstorm. How do I do this? What do I want to do? If you have questions, please make sure you let me know. The instruction on Blackboard will tell you what's expected from you, both on the artwork and at the same time, the paper. Okay, so I will post another video here on Blackboard to show you what I came up with. All right, and I hope that will give you some inspiration on what to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing and reading your papers, and I'm looking forward to seeing what type of art form you can create using plastic. All right, so I hope you guys have a great week. I'm looking forward to seeing you online next week. All right, bye.